Hey guys, me Tesla Blaine. I'm back again, and today what I wanted to do was I wanted to test out some of the accessories that I originally had in my 2020 Model Y. I wanted to find out if any of those accessories that I had in that car would still fit in my 2026 model. So let's give them a try. All right, to start out, I'm going to show you some of the items that I decided to keep. There might be a few things that I didn't keep, like I didn't keep my mud flaps. I just didn't want to take them off of the old model, the 2020 model. For the most part, I kept a lot of the accessories and different things I used in my car. I did keep them, and like I said, I wanted to give them a try and find out if they're going to work. If they're going to not fit at all, maybe they're fit but be a little loose, be a different size. You never know what they might have changed, the way some molding might be, the carpet, who knows, the things that they added, things may not still fit. I do have plans on getting some new accessories, but I wanted to try some of these and just see if they will work or not. Maybe not, you know, but anyways, let's try it out. All right now, so don't be judgy about how dirty some of these things are. You can imagine after them being in my car for about almost 5 years and holding coins and dirt and stuff, and this is kind of a cloth material. Yes, it got a little dirty. So anyways, that's a coin holder. I'll try that out. Here's another one of those sliding boxes. These are the things I'm going to try. This thing here I love. This slides in the top and it holds my sunglasses above my head up there on the visor, or near the visor anyways. I'm going to try that out. These things here I use quite often for mounting my tablet. Whenever I was driving, I would try to mount this on, or use these and then mount my tablet on there so I could use Waze and different things like that. So we'll see if this will hold to mount my tablet and stuff. I really don't think this is going to work, but this is one of those multi-port things. But the reason why is because of the way it connects in the back. I know for a fact that this will not work, but we're going to take a look and see. I do have some new accessories coming from Jawa coming soon. So anyways, but I'd like to give this one a try and just make sure it'll work or not. I'm pretty sure that these are going to work. These are the pucks for when you're jacking up your vehicle, but I'm going to give that a try. Here is something that I thought was a must-have in my last vehicle. This is the cup divider. It goes between my cups and it helps hold them in so they don't move them around and shake inside my cup holder. And you know, when I have my large drinks in there, my coffee and stuff. So anyways, we'll give that a try. We have a couple mounts here. Let's see if they work. This is the mount I use right here for my radar detector and my cabling. So I'm going to give that a try and get that installed later on. These are the rubber things that go in your door, inside your door frame, to help keep your drinks and trash and everything, and it's very easy to take them out and clean them. So I got these. This here is the headrest. Goes behind my head to help me when I'm on my long drives, to give my head something to rest on. These corner pieces right here, this one and this one, they go in the back, in the front. They go into two far corners, and it just gives you another place to store some stuff. And also, there's carpet in there, so it's going to help keep any kind of mud or dirt or anything like that getting in the corners of your trunk. And these are things you just pull right out, and you can clean them as well. This here went behind my seat. It was in between the two seats on the floor. It would be just like a trash can holder or something like that. We'll give it a try. This here was just a cover that goes over the armrest. Pretty simple. My old armrest, I started getting a little marks on it from my wrist being on there. It's kind of rub marks. So I bought this thing here, and it really helped out. Still getting a little discoloration here, but I still give it a try. This one here, this case here, it slid underneath my seat, and I really kept in there like my rain umbrellas, different things like that, and some sprays. I would keep them in there. This one went under the passenger seat. Didn't use it a whole lot, but it was there as just another storage container. I do have my original floor mats, or the floor mats that I had in there. I have those. I will give a test. These here are the covers that go behind the seat. I'm kind of curious if they're lined up or not, but I have that. This is the mat right here that goes on the back for the trunk. I also have the back seat liner here for the floor mat. We also have the mat that goes in the frunk as well. And I believe that is really all that I kept. So I'm going to take these things out there and give them a try and see what happens. All right, first thing I have here is my frunk mat. And you see it's a little different design than the last one. But when I put this in there, it looks like it is actually a little bit too big. Yeah, see how it bubbled up right there? But I think I'll leave it in here until I get a new one, but for now it'll somewhat work. It's a little, I think it looks like it's just a little bit narrower here on the new model than this one fit in there before. But anyways, it does fit, but I guess I'll be able to try it. Next thing I want to try is my floor mat here in the passenger side. Get that in here. So now my original, or this mat here, it does warp up, but if it was pushed down in there, they have a cutout right here. I don't know why that's on there, but it comes down, and as you can see, it's got the, well, actually, it's not fitting it completely tight, and it does look like, I bet you, a newer design will help it fit in here just a little bit better. But looks like the mat, this mat at least, will fit in here for now until I get a new set. All right, take a look at the driver's side one. Get that sucker in here. And you can see it does fit. It's almost the same type of groove. Could have gone up a little bit higher right there, but there is some wiggle room. I see it wiggling around in there. So definitely, this one here has got a little bit of a gap right here. Could have fit in there a little bit better. Still a gap right there. Could have gone over on the wall, but hey, this is for the 2020 model, and I'm putting these inside of 2026. So for now, it'll fit until I get my new one. Next thing I'm going to try is the trunk floor mat here. Oops. Looks like I put it in wrong. But as you can see, it looks like it does fit pretty close. I would say that this one here is a good fit. As you can see, kind of fits in there, still works. Good old mat to help keep dirt from getting on the carpet. But I would say that this one fits pretty good. So yes, that one fits pretty perfect. Next, I want to give a try for my back seat floor mat. Let's see what it does. All right. Well, it actually comes in pretty close to fitting. And that's a little hard, but you can see the cutout right here. Cuts out pretty good all the way around there. Even here. It probably could have gone a little bit more. There's a little gap right here. So I bet you the new ones probably need to be just a little bit wider, but for the most part, it fits. Now, for the next thing I want to try these back seat covers that cover up that carpet right there, so then that way it keeps them a little bit nicer and cleaner. And I'll tell you what, I love how these things fold automatically now. That is so nice. Look at that. Moves the seats in the front up, brings them back, perfect. Okay, so then anyways, let me get ready to set these things up. I know this one's the middle. All they do is they just kind of sit on here and Velcro. And let me see, lining up. Actually, I'm going to say no, they don't line up because of the handle right there. I can't grab it too well. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a little bit. I want to pick up this carpet, put that flap under there, like that. These kind of line up, and this cutout right here it does, but this handle part right here does not. And let's see here, which one is this one? Is this right? I'm going to say no. This one is. Okay, so I'm just going to try to line them up. Like that. It has a cutout right here for this hinge part. I'm going to say that it will work, what is it, the right one? Or the right cutout. I'm not positive on it. For the baby hook here, I'd say that would work. So this cover, that's pretty close right there. That's good on that. All right, and I'd say that one fits. The only thing that I don't think fits too good is that centerpiece. I'll show you here in a minute. Let's lift it up. All right, so what I was talking about was right here. And I guess, I mean, I would say that hole just needs to be a little bit bigger. That'd be my recommendations. But that does fold down pretty easily right there. Fix this. And I would say they work, but maybe a new design, they might fit a little bit better in that area. All right, so the next thing I want to try is these little corner pieces that go in here. I know I used these a lot before when I had them, but let's go ahead and just give them a try. See if they're fit. See what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in the shade. Now, I don't think they're going down all the way, but it does kind of fit. This guy. You can see there's a little bit of a gap right here, but that is so you can grab their handle, but still, I think they could fit a little bit better. But remember, these are from the 2020 model. So anyways, I got them in there and they're fitting temporarily. Okay, so my next thing here is going to be the little door cubby things here to help protect the carpet and everything. This is the one thing that Delaney complained about, how much carpet there is in here, and that why couldn't Tesla put, make this kind of a rubber or plastic or something in here. But anyways, I got these inserts for my 2020 model, and let's see if they fit. Well, they're fitting, but they're a little loose. They're about an inch shorter in the back, and you can see right here in the gap the movement. But I think, once again, they're work temporarily, but I think a new setup or a new one will fit a whole lot better. But anyways, I'll keep them in there for now. Let's check the other side out. Now we're on the driver's side. Let's give it a try. Same thing. I'd say almost a good solid inch difference at slide back, but temporarily it'll hold in there and it'll keep any dirt and stuff getting on that carpet. All right, so the next thing is the passenger side little storage container, and I went ahead and pulled out the floor mat so I can get in there. I'll tell you what, it won't fit. Design is a little different. It's got a wall that comes up right here, so it only gives you about 3-4 inches of storage right there. So this will not work at all, but hey, I tried it. All right, over here to test out the driver's side for the same little storage unit. Put my hand under here and I can already see it's only about 3-4 inches, so I know for sure it's the same width. It'll fit in there that way, but it will not fit in all the way, so that thing won't work either. The next thing to try is this little trash can holder. It does have on the back of it here some Velcro, and there's some carpet up under there that it's supposed to stick to, so let's just see how it fits. Okay, and I'm actually thinking that it fits pretty good. See, it stays right in there. So that little trash can holder fits pretty perfect. I mean, I feel a little bit of a lip over here. Feels like it's about 1/2 inch taller than the floor or the mount that it can go on right there. But even though it's about 1 inch taller or 1/2 inch taller, still fits. So that thing fits pretty good. Brand of this is Top Fit. Next thing to try is this little headrest. Now the thing is, this is like a universal fit. I bet you could probably use this in most vehicles. It's got the little adjustable right there. But let's just see what it does. And only thing I would say is that it doesn't really match the white that well. It's a little bit, it's like an off-white color, but it does fit. So once again, temporarily, it'll work. Next thing I want to try is my little armrest thing here, my old one. I ended up with my arm on it too much. I kind of put some little rub marks on it. Maybe it's around here where my hands kept touching. So anyways, I bought this thing to try to hide that up. As you can see, this has just got the little Velcro pieces there, or I mean the little rubber straps. So let's just see if they work. No Velcro. All right. So really fits right over it pretty good and closes. Now fits right there, but once again, it's off by about an inch. So I'm learning that a lot of these accessories are off by about an inch on different sizes, width, whatever. But this will work for now. Once again, this is an off-white. It doesn't quite match the seat color, so probably end up having to look for a new one of these because that'll bug me too much. Next thing I want to try is my little armrest console area here, a little gadget holder, coin holder, whatever you want to call it. And I will tell you what, well, let me see here. Temporarily, I would say it works, but it's not quite fitting into the groove that they have right here. It's sitting above it, but temporarily, I think I could use it for now. Put a couple things in here. Got my pens, and for now, yeah. I mean, it's a little loose, moves around, but I think it will work. Now for this one here, it used to sit right in this area, and as you can see, it won't fit really at all. So this one here, definitely a no-go. Do have in here our cigarette lighter plug right here, and I'm able to put in my multi-outlet plug right there. But anyways, so that does still fit in there, but this thing will not fit. Next thing I want to try out is my center cup little gadget thing here. It has these springs on it, keeps your drinks a little tight, and I will tell you what, I think it's too big. Yeah, it's too big, doesn't quite fit in there, but it might work temporarily. Some drinks might fit in there, but I would say this is also a no-go. I'm sure they got a newer design out there, one that'll fit in there a little bit better, but this one here, I think it's too big. All right, next thing I want to try is my puck here for jacking the vehicle up. Find that hole. Oh yeah, perfect. There we go. You can see right here, it's staying in there. So same pucks will work. Next thing I want to try is my little sunglass holder thing here. Just slides in the top, and as you can see, I got another one up here, and it fits in there pretty good. Look, see, your sunglass just goes like that. Boom. Now for my tablet holder, will not fit. Normally these things kind of slide in right in this area here, but there's nothing for me to mount this on. So hopefully they come out with a different design, because I like to put a tablet right here, right underneath the screen, about a 10-inch tablet, but I need something that I can mount it to. So we'll see what I can find out there, but these little guys will not fit. All right, so for this extra port here that I have, I can see right now that it's not going to work, because inside my glove box in the back there, it does not have the same little charging ports that the old 2020 had. So this one will not work. I do know that they have different designs, ones that'll fit right here, and you can get to them a little bit easier, but for now, this one will not work. It won't fit in my car. All right, so the next thing I have is these cool little phone mounts that goes behind here. This one here, I'm just gonna have to get new sticky stuff for it, but it pretty much goes on like that. This folds around, slides down behind it so you don't see it. But I would definitely say put some new sticky stuff on this, which I have, and that'll work right there. The other part that I have is the one for my radar detector. It's just a magnet type right here. This holds the radar detector, and it just kind of clicks on it. That will go right here. You put it so then that way the radar detector fits smoothly. I'll do another installation video on that one, because I'm going to have to try to figure out which way I'm going to route my wires, because this one is obviously a little bit different than the 2020, the way the interior is. So I will do that coming up soon. But for now, I know this mount will fit right there. Just like that. All right, so that's it, really. Mostly everything fit. I know I didn't try this, but come on, this is just a sticky thing that goes up on your windshield to help hold your phone or something, whatever it is that you got. I know this will work. I said a little bit ago, I'm going to install my radar detector. I'll route the wiring, because I don't like having any wires being seen whenever I'm have any electrical stuff in there. I like to try to hide everything the best I can. But just a few items. didn't fit the under the seat storage, this coin holder thing right here, some of my clips, but for the most part, I would say things kind of fit. I would say they temporarily fit. I'm not going to try to keep them in there long term. I think I will try to replace them. Some of them, you know, are 5 years old. The floor mats are quite a few years old. I really don't think, you know, they're holding up, but the problem is that they do move a little bit, where a new design will probably fit a little bit more flush, you know, cut exactly for the new 2026 model. So for now, some of these items, I am going to use them until I get my new ones in, but for now, they work. They work temporarily. Are they perfect? No, by any means. A couple of them actually did fit pretty darn good. I would say they fit pretty perfect, but for the most part, a lot of them are off by about an inch or so. But anyways, guys, hey, I got a lot of plans. I got a lot of new accessories on the way. As they come in, I'm going to try them out. I'll do a review. I'll install them, let you see how easy it is. Some installs might be a little bit more difficult than others. Some of them are just going to be throwing them in there and seeing how they fit. And anyways, stick around, subscribe if you haven't done so, like this video, and most of all, be safe out there, keep driving, and have fun. Talk to you later. Bye.